to my channel. Today I am bringing you yet another review, but this time I'm actually going to be reviewing 3 things at once. 2 of these products just came out. These are both from Becca Cosmetics. One of them is their under eye brightening corrector, and it's just a corrector that's pinky and it's supposed to brighten up underneath your area as well as correct and just neutralize under eye circles. I feel that this corrector does do a great job at brightening up underneath your eye, but because it's more of a pinky color, I feel that it might not look great on deeper skin. It might look a little bit ashy, especially if you have really dark circles. If you have fair to medium skin, then this definitely will work for you. Now, if you have deeper skin, what you could do is get like Bobbi Brown's corrector. She has a lot of more orangey, peachy type of color correctors, so those will work great on you. I mean, you can still try it, but with my personal experience as a makeup artist doing makeup on other people, I tend to go more for the orangey shades on deeper skin to really just counteract, neutralize the under eye area. Okay, so another thing that I do want to mention is that I know I don't have dark circles, especially because I have concealer on, obviously, but I naturally do not have dark circles. I mean, I probably have like the least dark circles that anyone could have. But I am familiar with dark circles because, like I said, I work with a lot of people and I've dealt with like people that have super dark circles, no dark circles, and all of that. So I know what I'm talking about. So don't think just because I don't have dark circles, I'm going to give you the wrong info or just say stuff just to say stuff, okay? So just wanted to get that out of the way. But something else is that people that don't have super dark circles, just like me, can still use a pink corrector just to make your under eyes look extra bright. I mean, a concealer will work just as well, just a lighter concealer just to highlight. But yes, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so the other product that I'm going to be reviewing is this new Becca Super High Coverage Ultimate Coverage Concealing Cream. So this is a pretty thick consistency cream. Usually most cream concealers are going to be pretty thick. A little bit of this stuff goes such a long way, and it is full coverage. I really do like this concealer. I find that it does dry pretty quick, so the best tool for that, in my opinion, is your fingers, because your fingers are going to keep the product warm, so it's going to give you more time to blend it out and just to make it smooth if you have to. And once this concealer dries, I promise you it's not going anywhere. You can also use this concealer to cover any dark areas of your face, underneath your eyes, or just anywhere where you need extra coverage. Now, if you're going to use this concealer to highlight underneath your eyes, you probably won't be able to use it to conceal like any dark spots, maybe like redness around the nose or anything like that. So you might have to get 2 shades just to match those different areas of your face. So I really do like both of these products. They stayed on really good underneath my eyes. If you don't care so much about the glow underneath your eyes, then just get the concealer. It's still going to cover a lot. Like I said, if you have super dark circles, then you are going to have to get a corrector just to neutralize that color and then apply the heavy concealer on top. So I wasn't going to do a review. I wasn't even planning to do a review on a foundation. It was just going to be on these 2 products. But the lady that was helping me at the Sephora inside JCPenney, she told me about the Becca foundation, the Ultimate Cream, I believe it's called, the one that comes in the pump. So she was telling me how great it was and how I had to try it, and she offered me a sample, and I was like, okay. So she matched me to the color Buff, and I was just so excited because I have never tried this foundation before, and I was just super excited. So I was like, I have to do a review on it. Now, my thoughts on this foundation, I don't even know how to explain what I think of this foundation. Like, I like it, but it's not I'm not crazy about it, and I actually had high hopes on this foundation because I've heard so many amazing things about this foundation that I'm just not crazy about it. With just a tiny amount of foundation, it covered everything. So that's the one thing I would say that impressed me. Like, after a few hours, I noticed that my foundation started to fade away, like on these areas right here, which is where most of my imperfections are, and I could start to see my imperfections come peek through my foundation basically. And that's really the only thing. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to try it again, maybe with a primer or, you know, just change something up. Hopefully you guys like the demo. Let me know of any video requests down in the comment section below, and now let's move on to the demo. Okay, so I already used a hydrating eye cream underneath my eyes. I used the Bobbi Brown hydrating eye cream because it's my favorite one to use underneath any concealer. It's super hydrating. Highly recommended. And then for my face moisturizer, I used this Kate Somerville Age Arrest moisturizer just to hydrate my face. Now for this foundation, I'm not going to be using a primer because I want to see how well it wears throughout the day without a primer. Okay, so because I don't have the actual foundation bottle, I don't know how much a pump is because I have the sample jar, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. And the lady that helped me out at Sephora gave me the color Buff in this foundation. I know I forgot to mention my colors in the last two videos. I do apologize for that. Okay, so I'm just going to pick some up with my fingers and dot it on the center of my face, so my forehead. Let me zoom up a little bit. I'm just going to tie my hair back a little bit, and I'm also going to apply it to the center of my cheeks. And yesterday when I was testing out this foundation, I actually noticed like very, very little goes such a long way. So just apply very little, and with the Becca brush, I'm just going to start to slide it down. Wow, this is ridiculous, you guys. Look how much it covered, and I only used the tiniest amount. The foundation seems to look super smooth. It also has this sort of natural glow on my cheekbones, which makes my skin look super healthy. Okay, so I already finished applying it to my whole face, and I really do like everything about it. I love how it looks. I don't feel like I have to powder it, but you can if you want to mattify it a little bit more. And it doesn't feel tight on my face. I don't know, sometimes I stretch my face to see if it feels cakey, but it doesn't. And she actually matched me really great. I think it matches great, and the color selection that they have, it is amazing. I really do have high hopes for this foundation, and so far so good. Let's move on to the under eye corrector. Okay, so like I said before, I know I don't have any dark circles, but I still wanted to give this corrector slash brightener a try because I wanted to see how much it does brighten. So I'm just going to pick some up with my ring finger, and I'm just going to apply it where it's supposed to be dark. Well, I do have a little bit of darkness there. The camera is not picking it up, but it's just a tiny bit. Ooh, look at that brightness. I almost feel like I don't need to apply any concealer on top of this because it is very bright and it doesn't seem like it needs any sort of concealer on top. For those of you who don't have any dark circles. Now, if you do have dark circles, then you definitely need to apply a high coverage concealer on top. Now I'm going to take some of the concealer, and I'm using the color Praline, and I'm going to apply it on this eye. I'm also going to go back to this eye and apply it over that, but I kind of want to let the corrector just settle in a little bit. Okay, so there you go. This is just with the concealer, and this is just with the corrector. You can definitely see a difference. This is a lot more brighter as far as like a glow. It has more of a glow, brighten. And this one has more coverage because it is the concealer. Okay, so now we're going to apply the concealer underneath this eye. So I'm going to start by applying it right there and blending it out. Okay, so there you have it, corrector and then concealer, and then this is just the concealer. You can see a difference. They both look concealed, there's no darkness underneath, but this one just has more of that glow, which, I mean, some people like. I have had clients that do not like any sort of glow underneath their eyes. They like a little bit more matted. So if you're that type of person, then you're probably just gonna like the concealer by itself with no corrector. Now, if you have really dark circles, then you definitely are going to need a corrector. You can't just throw on a full coverage concealer and be done with it. You have to neutralize, which is what the corrector is going to do, and then cover it with concealer. I highly recommend you check out Bobbi Brown's correctors if you're not a big fan of the shine right here. Also, if you have a deeper skin, I don't think this will be the greatest on deeper skin just because it has more of that pinky undertone. It almost might look too ashy underneath your eye, but you can still go ahead and try it. But Bobbi Brown does make some that are more orangey, which I think will work best for you. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and do my whole face and go about my day, come back later on tonight and show you guys how the products wore throughout the day. Hey guys, okay, I'm back to check up on the foundation. Let's see, right now it's 10:23 p.m. When I was recording the first part of the demo, it was around 1:30, I believe, p.m. So it's been like 9 hours. So what I'm noticing is that I'm actually pretty shiny through the center of my face. The funny thing is that I don't see my nose being super shiny like it usually gets. It's just on the center of my cheeks, as you can tell in the video probably. It's really shiny through here, and as well as my forehead. My chin, I was actually rubbing my chin earlier, so I know that's why I don't have a lot of makeup on there, so I can't really tell there. But I'm also noticing that on the side of my face where I have the darker areas, the foundation seems to kind of faded away, so you can actually see my darker spots through the foundation now. Let me give you a closer look. So hopefully that's close enough, but can you see the darker areas and my nose and the shininess over here? I think it does last a decent amount of time. I would probably try it next time with a primer just to see if that makes a difference. I am a little disappointed just because it did claim that it will last 24 hours, and I actually was not going to wear it for 24 hours, but it did say that. And the Clinique actually just blew my mind because it lasted over the time that they claimed it would last. And I'm not comparing those two foundations at all. They're two completely different foundations. Although I do have a review on the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, which is the foundation that I just mentioned right now. So if you want to watch the review for that, it's the last video before this one. And I'll actually have the link below in the description bar so you can go ahead and watch that review. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the concealer. I actually do like the combination of both, like the concealer and the corrector, and just the concealer by itself. I like both of them. One just has a little bit more glow in my opinion, and the other one is more matted, which is just the concealer by itself. They both seem to have lasted equally as long throughout the day. It doesn't look like they creased or anything, especially because I did properly prep my under eye area before the concealer. So if anything, my favorite product of this whole review was probably the concealer because of how long it lasted and because it didn't crease underneath my eyes, and it just looks amazing and covers well. Hey guys, my camera stopped recording and I had to record the ending on my laptop, so that's basically what I'm doing. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video and if it was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget that you can follow me on YouTube for future videos. And if you have any comments, requests, any sort of, thing that you want me to know, leave it in the comment section below and I'll definitely see it. Also, follow me on Instagram. Anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful day and I will see you guys in my next video.